What is going on, Not So Pro Nation? We're back. This is Not So Pro Football Talk, and I'm your host, AG Alvarado. And man, oh man, it's going to be fun today. We're talking Tim Tebow mania, baby. Tim Tebow up. And I hope you guys had a great week because the guys back here, not so much. We've been arguing all week about the topics we got, and it's about to get nasty up in here. And when I say nasty, it is going to get nasty. So go ahead, go grab some popcorn, get your bag of Takis, and just sit back and enjoy. Be strong. Such a nice intro, but we still need to upgrade it. Oh, woo!
Takis sound good right now, though. Takis?
Takis? Takis?
Takis sound great.
You like that? I think that should be the official snack of NSP Football Talk.
Oh, Snickers. Did you have the game?
Snickers? Oh, man. I don't know. There's only so much a candy bar can do. For me, it's either going to be Takis or hot fries. That's my poison right there. Hot fries. Ooh, Reed, you look heated already, man.
Why?
You just look heated, bro. You're getting all red. You're just mad.
All right.
Ooh, girl.
If you say so.
The title of the video says Tim Tebow first. So we're going to talk about Tim Tebow first. Pretty sure that's all you guys want to hear about today. But we've got a pretty good segment coming up for y'all. So Tim Tebow, he gets signed with the Jaguars to 1 year, $920,000, no guaranteed money, and an injury split. So if he gets injured, it splits. No money is actually guaranteed to him. Only signed for 1 year. I think it's an excellent move. Excellent move from the Jaguars. Now tell me, guys, there's a lot of hate going on in the NFL about this. Yep. Why is there so much hate? I don't get it. I really don't.
Well, it's Tim Tebow. Past 4 years, he's been doing college ESPN, if I'm not mistaken. He also does a lot of pretzels and stuff. He also does a lot of like off charity stuff and all that. So he hasn't been in a football game physically from what we know for a long time. So coming off of all that, coming into a new team saying, hey, this is where I am at. I'm built for this. I'm built for a tight end. He's claiming he's got some nice hands, catch them balls. So right out the gate, they signed him, no hesitation. That's the thing that I think surprises everybody is that they signed him, no hesitation.
Of course not. There's no hesitation. The head coach is Urban Meyer. He was his head coach back in college. They won a championship with him. That's a Heisman Trophy winner. But you know what? You know why I like this signing so much? It's not because he's a freak of nature. I mean, head coaches said it. Reporters have said it. Hell, even my next door neighbor was saying that he's in the best shape of his life right now. This guy is absurd. He is pumped. He's almost where I'm at. He's almost there, but he will be there soon. This guy is amazing. And yes, he has hands for days. Like you said, Gabe, to go catch those balls. I don't know what you referred to there, but yes, he has great hands. But this is why I like this signing so much, because the only way I'm okay with Richard Sherman coming back to the Niners is for the same reason. Not just being a player, but being a coach in the locker room, being a coach to these young players. And look at this young player, Trevor Lawrence. He's coming in this league for the first time ever. Tim Tebow, he was a quarterback in the NFL. Yes, he's a good guy, never doesn't get in trouble, keeps his head straight and focuses on the game. And they'll say it's true. He is the guy who's going to put in the most work in that locker room, off the field, on the field. He's a great role model for these young players. So I love it. I love it. And he's not going out there to be a starter. If he's a starter, he earned it. If he's not, he's just happy to be there.
I 100% agree. He's a great leader. I think that team is looking for a leader. Not that Trevor Lawrence isn't a leader, but it's his first year. The first year jiggles for rookies, especially from a team that went 1-15 last year. They're desperately looking for someone to step up and lead the team to winning some games, and not only winning some games, but being consistent offensively on the field. As of right now, on the on the Jaguars depth chart, their starting tight end is Chris Manhertz. Have no clue, never heard of that name. Have no clue who he is, but I think Tim Tebow starts week 5. He's going to be a starter week 5.
Whoa!
Wow!
Bold prediction.
Can you please spit some respect on that man's name? Please, can one of y'all tell me why he's going to start before week 5, please? No one?
Wait, I don't think he's going to start at all.
What?
Yeah, bro. That is a very bold
He's going to be used in packages. Unless he's somehow an unbelievable blocker and he's an amazing route runner. I mean, there's a lot of uncertainties we don't know. But unless he's all these type of things, he's going to be used in packages. They're going to use him for trick plays, to throw the ball. They're going to use him to come out of the backfield or something. He'll get touches, but he's not going to be a starter, in my opinion.
So you're telling me, Reed, they're going to bring him in for trick plays? That's the only reason why they signed him?
Ooh.
Yep. They signed him for trick plays to be a leader, and because he's going to sell out the stadium, which the Jaguars never do. He's going to sell out that stadium for the Jaguars.
There you go.
The Jaguars, 3 years ago, they had a good winning season. They went to the playoffs. They lost to the Patriots, unfortunately. After that, it's been a downslope. I think he starts week 5, give him 5 weeks to, get used to the system, get back into the NFL routine and the hits and the punches that a tight end takes. And right then and there, now he's not going to blow off, but he will be a starter. He'll be out there more often. Guaranteed.
Get used to the hits and punches. This guy was a quarterback. What hits and punches is he going to get back used to?
But he hasn't been in the league for 5 years.
Exactly.
Yeah, he's got to get back. He's a tight end now. They take more damage than a QB.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's got to get used to that again, or more used to it.
He's got to get more used to it. That's what I'm trying to say.
You guys are saying the exact same thing right now.
Yeah.
You guys are literally saying this.
No, I'll think what he was saying.
Friendly fire.
Bang, bang.
Bang, bang.
Bang, bang.
No, he's in great shape, but he needs to get in football shape. I think that's what you're trying to say. I mean, Vince, you got anything to add here?
Yeah, like Reed was saying, he needs to get, we don't know how good he is at blocking. We don't know how good he is at route running. I mean, his 40 time is a 4.71, and I just looked it up right now. The tight end average for a 40 time is 4.7. So, I mean, he's got the speed, but does he have that agility and those feet to really get in and out of those cuts and really, separate himself from the linebackers and the corners that are going to cover him? And, again, he's not a big tight end. So, those linebackers are going to be able to compete with him, and I don't think that he's ready to be a starter. And I certainly don't think it would be week 5 if it were to happen. I do agree with Reed on the fact that he's going to be in packages because he's undersized. He's got decent speed, but we don't know how. You said he's in great shape, but we don't know that. Only the Jaguars do, so it's up to them.
Yeah. I mean, going all the way back to what the question was why is there so much hate in the NFL? Honestly, why is there so much hate? Tim Tebow, what's going on, Rudy and Marty? Miss you guys. Haven't seen you all in a while, but what's up? Nice to see you guys here. Thank you for joining the podcast. And yes, this is Gabriel right below me. So say hi, Gabe.
I have no clue, but okay.
Yeah, Gabe doesn't really have that many fans here. But yes, I'm a huge Tim Tebow fan, but this guy's receiving so much hate. He's always kept his head clean. He stayed in the sports industry. After he got out of the NFL, he was a sports announcer for college football, went to Major League Baseball, then went back to announcing for sports, and now he's back in the NFL. I feel like there's no need for hate. This guy had a goal. He set a goal, and he earned that way. He fought for it. He's working out. I mean, look at the guy. You could just see it. And I know there's a lot of hate coming from a lot of players who are not in the league anymore, such as Des Bryant. But look at the path that he went down. He was like an Antonio Brown. That's just a head case that you don't want in your locker room. And unfortunately, I mean, not unfortunately, but Antonio Brown, he showed more promise than Des Bryant. That's why he's back in the league. So it's not a no for Des Bryant. It's just, dude, get your head straight, do your job, and you can earn yourself a spot back.
Definitely. It's not his time yet. Not his time yet. It will come,
Not
though.
his time yet. It might not ever come. And don't expect it to come. Tim Tebow, I never in a million years would have expected him to come back to the NFL.
Oh, yeah.
But look at him, man. That guy's humble. Out of all this negative things that are being said about him on every social media platform, has he said anything back? No. This
Probably
is
doesn't even know.
Reed, I'm more than sure this guy knows. If we know, I know for a fact he knows.
Not as much as it's out there. Probably he probably saw the noise, turned it off.
That's just the type of person he is.
Yeah, exactly.
If it was Antonio Brown or Des Bryant, they would have kept it on, feel
Mhm.
that fire, and he's going straight on social media saying, "Hey,
Yep.
beep this, beep that. I'm coming back. This you guys are full of it. It's because y'all don't like me. It's 100,000 reasons and more about it. Tebow, he's a good guy. I felt like he earned his way back. Don't hate on him. You guys haven't even seen him play yet. Don't hate on him. If he comes back and he's not worth a lick, then okay, hate on him. But doesn't mean you really gotta hate him.
It's true.
Yeah.
People will hate people for no reason just because.
Yep.
Speaking of Tim Tebow, are y'all ready to rumble here?
Already.
So
All right.
this past week, Tim Tebow was the main topic, obviously, because we've been waiting for him to get signed for 2 weeks now. If you look back at our other podcast, and out of nowhere, in our group chat where we discuss things, a huge fight just broke out. I mean, Gabe and I had to hold them back. I mean, they were swinging. There was names being called. I mean, there's some words that were thrown out there that should have gone out there. And I was kind of disappointed, but I said, you know what, guys? Let's save it for the podcast and let's do this. So Reed was saying that that's real news right there for a name like Tim Tebow to get signed. That's what people want to see. Vince says we don't need to do that. We don't need a clickbait, even though that's what we're doing. Tim Tebow, click on that like button. And football fans, they care about other things like rookies and mini camps and these practice squads. So Reed, give us your standpoint on why you think it's all about big names and what people want to see.
You want to know why it's all about Tebow time?
J Gang.
It is Tebow time, guys. It is Tebow time. He is back. He is here to stay, or at least for a year. He only got signed for a year. But why people care about this so much is he's a great person. As much as people is talking noise right now, he's a great person. He's been around forever. He's been as someone who the media has always kept their eyes on just because the person he is, the type of Christian he is, always talking about his faith. They've always had their eyes on him because he's that type of person. And no one, in my opinion, really wants to talk about rookies in rookie camp. Now, a lot of other people, rookie camp is important. You got to get the rookies in there, get them in like NFL ready schedules, get them ready for that type of stuff. Great person. Is he going to be a great player? We don't know that, Benny. This guy may not even get 5 catches. We don't know yet. But he's going to be a great person for the team and for where they're going. Back to, where was I? On what's more important and what the media should be covering. The media is all about clicks. It's all about how many views they get. So if they get that ad revenue, that's all they care about. At the end of the day, it's not about good covering stuff. It's about the money, unfortunately. And I did some research. I was looking on YouTube on a bunch of different channels to see on these Tebow videos, on people's reactions, how many more views are they getting than other stuff in the sports are they getting. And I see about on these big pages over 100K more average views. So obviously people care more about this Tebow news. So that's where I stand. Vincent, I would love to hear from you. Why do you think hearing about rookies at rookie camp is so interesting?
Let's go. All right, Reed. So I want to make this clear right now. I am not bashing Tim Tebow. I am not saying he's not a class act guy. Love the guy. Love what he stands for. And right now, AJ's father, Armando Alvarado, is saying boo Seahawks. But that's not the topic right now, so I'm going to refer to that later. But anyways, Tim Tebow, I love the guy. I'm happy for him back to the Jaguars, to play at tight end if he does. I honestly think he's going to be a background player. He's going to be some type of leadership role, and he's going to help the team out as much as he can. But is this really the best news right now? Of course, the guy is an amazing guy. I do not bash anything. I do not go against that. Love the guy, but let's highlight these rookies, man. Like, we had this whole month back before May, before the draft started. Everybody's ready for football. Everybody's ready what their team is going to get. Everybody's ready for the positions that their team needs to fill. We have all these draft picks, all these top-notch prospects, and then we just go ahead and drop them right after the draft is done. Maybe 2 or 3 days, we're looking at all these prospects, everybody's signing, and after that, there's nothing. And this Tim Tebow stuff comes out, and everybody's going for it. And everybody forgets about these rookies that are coming in. They're going to the rookie mini camps. I mean, I just feel like there's so much more news, so much more clickbait in these rookies than there is going to be in Tim Tebow. This guy's going to fizzle out within a week or so after this signing because he's not going to cut it at tight end. He's a great player at quarterback for sure. I don't know why he ended up retiring, going to broadcasting, even though he had so much success. I feel like he had a lot more in the tank. But, I mean, there's so much more news than this. This guy's signing. And as you can see, everybody here disagrees with me on this notion. But I just believe that there's so much more news in football right now, that ESPN, Good Morning Football, all that stuff. Everybody can go ahead and feed off of that and get the same amount of views that they're getting right now. The only reason everybody's going after this is because they're following suit, Tebow mania, everybody's going for it, Clear your own path, make your own views, get your own followers through there. I believe there's so much more interesting stuff coming from these rookies and everywhere else, even all the other news that's in the NFL. That's just my...
Okay, Vincent. Wait.
That's round one. That's round one, baby.
I wanted a question. I wanted to ask him a question.
Okay, go ahead.
Some water, get a towel. That's round one.
What do you got to say?
Do you want to go to round two for the question, or?
Let's go to round two for the question. So right now, that was round one. Okay, I'm going to kind of give the edge there to Reed because yeah, it does take time to build a following, and Tebow did that. I'm not a Broncos fan. Not for a long shot. I just like what Tebow represents. I love the guy. I hated that he was out. And just last year, I was praying. See what I'm doing there? I was praying that Tebow will still be inside the league because the Niners, they needed a QB. They needed a QB. And Tebow, the way he performed back then, would outshine what these QBs did this year for the Niners. They would have. He would have. So, yeah, I love Tim Tebow. But I also agree with you, Vince, because I love these rookie classes. There's so many big-name rookies out there I'm just excited about. I'm excited to see from Trevor Lawrence, Zach Wilson. I'm excited. As a Niners fan, I love watching I love looking at updates, watching Hard Knocks, the preseason games too. Trey Lance, man. I'm excited about that guy. Gabe?
I have to give the edge to – I think I'm going to go with Vincent only because that, this is probably one of the biggest draft classes that we haven't had in a long time. And I get Tebow's coming back. I think why the media is hyping Tebow up so much is because it's like nostalgia, like from when he first got drafted and he played and he had these great memories with the Broncos. He beat the Steelers one play to Thomas for a touchdown in the postseason wild card game. I think that's what it is. They're like, oh, remember this? It's like bringing back the old times, the good old times when we had stadiums packed with fans and football was just different a couple of years ago. I think that's why it's so hyped up. But I would hype up the rookies more because they are the next generation. They are the next people to build a huge stepping stone for football. And football right now is more politics, more this or that. But this class is not about that. It's about raw talent. It's about who's going to be the better QB, who's going to be the better wide receiver with Waddle and Young, who's going to be the best game changer for these teams that are hungry for wins. So I got to agree with Vince because of that.
Okay. So round 2 is about to get going. But remember, guys, it is big news right now because it just happened this week. That's all I'm saying. Next week, it's going to die out. That's how it is. That's why it's big news right now. So just keep that in mind. Round 2, we got – but Reed has a question. Reed, do you want to start off again?
I would like to start off again if Vince is okay with that.
If that's okay with Vince. Is that okay, Vince?
Let's go for it, man.
You say you didn't have a choice, dude. You didn't have a choice.
Yeah, totally.
Okay, Vincent. So my question for you is I want you to come up with some clickbait for a rookie minicamp. Since you're saying that you want this news, you want this clickbait, come up with some clickbait for me for a rookie minicamp. That's so important.
Trey Lance is the future.
Okay, so you want me to do it right now, like right on the spot?
Or whenever you're ready.
Okay. So, I mean, the Cowboys just redesigned their whole entire defense with this rookie class. Let's talk about how the Cowboys are going to do on defense right now. Everybody loves the Cowboys in America. Let's see how this defense is going to stack up against the best defenses right now in the NFL. And let's rank them. Okay. I mean, it's better than a guy who signed a 1-year, $20,000 thing, and he might not even play. He might not even make the cut on the team. I feel like one of the next top 5 defenses in the league is going to overshadow that for sure. And that's just off the top of my head. I haven't even talked about Trevor Lawrence. I haven't talked about Trey Lance. I haven't talked about Wilson. I haven't talked about all those top 3 picks, or basically top 10 picks, sorry. And there's so much clickbait. So I don't know why you're falling asleep, because you apparently don't know football right now.
Whoa! Reed,
Oh.
sleeping, but Vince just freaking.
Okay, sorry, I just woke up, guys.
It's hot in here. Hold on.
Okay, so from what a lot of NFL players I've heard talk about rookie minicamp and practice before they actually put the pads on, is there's a lot of like new guys that come in that look really, really good. Like, dang, this guy's really good, doing great, and then as soon as he puts those pads on, he just disappears.
Well, okay, so let me cut in right there.
Okay, go
Right
ahead.
now, Tim Tebow, he's never played tight end before, so
True.
he can basically be in this rookie minicamp right now, and he could be one of those guys that's total downfall.
True.
So what's the point of that either? Why overlook all these rookies when we don't even know if Tim Tebow's going to play?
Because this is a signing.
Okay, but all those rookies just got signed right now.
But they were drafted. We knew they were going to get signed.
No, it's not. You don't have to get signed if you're drafted.
It's like 99% chance that you'll get signed.
Look at that. See, look at that. Right there.
Okay.
That's all I'm saying.
I have to agree with Vince. Because what's the whole point of drafting a tight end if you're not going to use them? What's the whole point? You look at the Jaguars depth chart right now. Chris Manhurts, never heard of him. James O'Shaughnessy, heard about him like once. Luke Farrell, never heard of him. Why are you going to draft a tight end that's not going to do anything for you?
Mm-hmm.
All right, let me speak some respect on that name real quick. They didn't draft him. They picked him up. All right, so get your facts straight, son. Get your facts straight. And I just said why they picked him up. It's not for his play. It's for what he brings to the locker room. There's so many young players on that team. He's a good coach. He already has that chemistry with Urban Meyer. That's one heck of a deal, a cheap deal, no guaranteed money. So if he gets injured, bye-bye, no money guaranteed. If he gets cut, bye-bye, no money guaranteed. It's a win-win for them. So quit hating, Gabe. Go ahead, Reed. I got your back.
So my whole point in this is just there's just not anything that's new that's coming out from these rookies, really. They might make some good throws. They might be good in coverage. They might make some great catches. But none of this really matters until we get into the preseason, where we get into real games. It's all talk until then, and no one really just likes just talk. Now, I understand we're doing the same thing with Tebow. It's all talk.
My point proven.
But Tebow is a name that's already been made.
But not at tight end.
But not at tight end. True.
Yeah, that's football. I understand if they want to talk about him becoming a coach or a mentor, but they're talking about this guy being a tight end.
Yes.
Like,
Do you think he would be getting more media coverage if he was signed as a quarterback or as a tight end?
a quarterback for sure.
Do you think so?
Yes.
I think people are
Tim
talking
Tebow
about
back.
it. I think people are talking about it more about it because it's tight end, because it's him switching like a completely new position.
I disagree. Like, who
You
would
think
not
so?
want to see this guy lead a team? Like, we're talking about the Jaguars right now. We don't know if Trevor Lawrence is gonna be the best quarterback ever. He might be a bust. Who knows? So let's see. Let's see the Jaguars sign Tim Tebow as a quarterback. Oh my goodness. Look at that media. I'd follow that media because he's coming back at a position that he's known for. And that's my opinion. He's not known for being a tight end. He's not a big guy. Of course he's physical, but he's never proven himself at tight end. He's proven himself at quarterback in the high school level, college level, and the NFL, and as a broadcaster with his mind that he has.
Right.
Mhm.
So, like, why are we giving him? I mean, I don't mind them giving him the light of day, but he's not the biggest news that I've heard of this year so far. I feel like there's some rookies out there that need to be highlighted more than Tim Tebow at the moment.
Like Trey
At
Lance.
the moment, okay. Trey Lance, yes. Now, what new, AJ? Have you heard any new news about Trey Lance this past week?
Not at all.
Yeah. Do you think he's doing anything? I mean, obviously he's doing anything, but what news could there be
That
coming
he's
out
gonna
of
be the
Trey
best
Lance?
quarterback in the league.
Okay, I asked the wrong person. I apologize.
No, yes, the right person. He came to the right guy. Every one of these players that got drafted this year has the potential to be with the best player in this league. Like I said, I'm not 100% siding with you, Reed.
Okay.
I'm excited about this draft class. That's why I love Hard Knocks. I love keeping up with these rookies. And yes, there's a lot of rookies that we get to hear their name in the draft, and that's it. We never hear from them again. But there's a lot of these rookies where they might have a slow year and then all of a sudden come back. You know, the first year they might not get that good chemistry. They might get injured. The following year they come back and they're like, whoa, where was this guy? Where was that guy? You get me? Like, there's so much to look forward to because you don't know. It's like fishing. You don't know what's going to be on the other end of that line. Unless you're Gabriel, you don't catch anything.
No,
That's how it's going to be. But yeah, I totally agree with what you're saying about Tim Tebow, how he'll have more hype coming back as a quarterback. They did mention it this past week. They said, does this open the door? This is just a story that came out on NFL Network. This should open the door for teams to look at Colin Kaepernick coming back as a quarterback. There's a reason why Tim Tebow is not coming back as a quarterback. He was a decent QB, but he cannot compete with the level of QBs that are out there right now. Colin Kaepernick had half a decent year. So he's trying to get better or trying to get in a good position where he can excel at. And I think that's the right move. I mean, look at Jason Witten. He's going to have a very similar or identical year as Jason Witten when he came back out of retirement. He's just a good Swiss Army knife, good duct tape.
That's a really good example. I agree with you there. I'll have to give you that one.
Thank you.
I give you that. That's good. It's really
So
good.
I win? Did I win that one?
You didn't
Did AJ
win.
win?
You made a good
Did I
point.
win? I think I won.
This is a 1v1? 1v1?
It's
1v1?
1v1.
It's a 1v3 right now. I just won it all. That's all I'm saying.
I guess he can do that since he's the host.
All right. Do you guys have anything else to add?
At the end of the day, I as me personally, I'll care more about the rookies later on in the year when they put the pads on, when they hit some, I don't know, they get more into physical practice, or they hit the preseason. I want to hear all about the rookies on my team and the other teams. But right now, for this past week, for rookie minicamp, I really couldn't care about what happens.
That's where I disagree. I would care about how my team is doing, because obviously there's other teams out there that are struggling and need a QB. So for example, the Patriots' first year where they draft a QB in the first round, of course I'm all excited about minicamp. I could care less about Tim Tebow because he has nothing to do with what's going on. It's minicamp.
Mm-hmm.
Right. That was fun. We should do
Let us know
that
in the
again.
chat. Let us know in the chat.
Let us know in the chat. Let us know if you agree or disagree with what we have to say. But of course, I won. And another segment that I want to win is let's talk about Aaron Rodgers next. So he went to go play golf the other day, and rumor has it he played golf with who, Reed?
He didn't. You got the story all wrong.
No, the rumor has it he played golf with who?
He didn't play golf with him. He was they were at the golf course at the same time.
What are you going to do at a golf course, Reed? What are you going to do at a golf? You're going to play golf.
They were in the same group.
You're going to play golf.
They were in the same group.
No, but they're playing golf, right?
They were both playing golf at the same place.
At the same place.
Same time.
And it was neither confirmed or denied that they played together. So I clearly asked the wrong person.
They did not play together.
I clearly asked the wrong person.
He played with Elway.
Thank you.
There we go.
Rumor has it he played with Elway. That's all I asked you for, Reed. That's all. Now I'm 2-0. Now I'm 2-0.
This is fake news.
This is not so pro news. That's what's up here. So rumor has it that Aaron Rodgers played golf or did not play golf at a golf course, because I don't know what else you would do at a golf course, with Elway. Does that say something? If you guys did not know, he is going to be live tonight. And more than likely, he's going to spill the beans on what's going to happen. And I'm super excited about it. Super excited. What do y'all think? Is that potentially some talks going down?
I'll go first.
Ooh.
I don't know if anybody here was paying attention to me last stream, but when we were talking about Hard Knocks, I said that Aaron Rodgers was going to go to the Broncos, and they're going to be on Hard Knocks. And what's happening right now? He's talking with John Elway. And I don't care if he was playing golf with him. I don't care if he was drinking a beer with him, because he drinks beer really, really slow. But he was there in the presence with John Elway. And there's got to be some discussion about him going over there, because the Broncos have the capability of being able to trade for him.
Yes. So does Washington Sandcastles.
Presidents.
Washington Presidents. Yeah. No, yeah. It's going to happen. He's going to be gone. He's not participating in what OTAs?
He's in Hawaii. He's in vacation.
Oh, wow. Seems like he doesn't really care.
Why would you on vacation when you know OTAs is about to round the corner?
Because he doesn't care.
Vacation.
He doesn't care. He doesn't care. That's proof right there.
He had all offseason to go on vacation. He had all offseason to be on vacation.
You know who's showing up to OTAs, Reed?
The
Russell
two other
Wilson.
quarterbacks he signed. The
Hey,
Packers
Reed.
did sign two quarterbacks. Excuse me, sorry. The Packers did sign two quarterbacks this last month. Why?
That's true.
Why? Because Rodgers is going to leave. It's hard, Reed. When I heard the Tom Brady speculations, I thought the same thing.
We signed two other quarterbacks because Jordan Love can't play.
You guys are besties. Oh my gosh.
I understand what you're going through, the in denial, he's not going to leave. He's going to stay with us forever.
Okay.
At the end of the night, you just got to tell yourself.
Okay, back to Elway. Back to Elway. Okay, maybe he did talk to him. It doesn't do a whole bunch because he doesn't have a no trade clause, so he does not decide where he goes if he gets traded.
No, he doesn't.
So it doesn't matter who he talks to.
But
I mean, if it was really up to him, if he had a choice, then he'll be talking to Kyle Shanahan. I can almost guarantee it. He's talking to him because that's the most probable, because the Broncos could give the Packers a lot. They have that type of ammo to give them. So does the Washington football team. They have a very similar situation, but it will be ideal for Rodgers to go with the Broncos because they have a team that has a lot of potential, a very young team that needs that leader out there. And Drew Lock, he's not going to do it. He's not going to do it.
And do you think Rodgers thinks that if he goes to the Broncos, they can win the Super Bowl?
Peyton Manning did it, and Aaron Rodgers is better than Peyton Manning, in my opinion.
That's true.
Yeah.
But Peyton Manning did have some crazy weapons on that team.
Emmanuel Sanders.
And if I remember correctly, it happened early on in free agency where people chose to go to Broncos, if I remember correctly.
Right. But you look at the Broncos, they have one of the top defenses in the league. They didn't show last year because they had a lot of injuries, but they still have Von Miller. Everyone forgot about him. He's coming off an injury. This could be super exciting to look at. Sutton, the wide receiver, he was injured last year. He's coming back. And now you're going to have a 1-year experience, Jared Judy. That's going to be fun for Aaron Rodgers. He doesn't have not just one receiver, but he's going to have 2. It's going to be a lot of fun for him. Reed, if I were you, go ahead and go on the NFL shop and order yourself a Packers Blaine Gabbert jersey.
There you go.
That's what
I know what you're trying to do, AJ. You're just trying to make me mad.
I'm not trying to make you mad. I'm making good content right here. Come on, y'all.
But I think
there you go.
If Aaron Rodgers goes to the Broncos, he's going to need more players, though, to guarantee it. It's going to take him 2 years, like Peyton Manning. It took 2 years to go to the Super Bowl and win it. So,
but you know what?
Hey, man, they had that
power. But it is possible. I see him do it.
They do. Aaron Rodgers has more of the tank than Peyton Manning did when he went to the Broncos.
Yep.
He has a lot more in the tank. He has a lot more to offer.
Mm-hmm.
And then once the trade does go through, everybody knows Aaron Rodgers can do crazy things. He's one of the best quarterbacks in the NFL, if not the best, controversially. But, once they see that he's actually moving to a different team, just like Tom Brady did, everybody's going to want to go to that team. Everybody wants a chance at winning a chip. So why is it so different, Reed? I mean, answer me that question.
If you can't beat him, join him.
I see the relationship between Rodgers and Packers fixable. Now, I'm completely biased because I am a Packers fan, but I see it as fixable. And all of his friends who know him personally have said it's fixable.
All
the media people.
I think you.
I got it. I got the mic here. Yep. I got the mic. So in the media today, it says if the Packers make a move for Julio Jones, can that restructure that relationship with Aaron Rodgers?
Maybe. I don't know. We don't actually know what his main reason for wanting to leave Green Bay is.
I do.
What is it?
He hates the color yellow and green. It's just disgusting.
He hit it. He read it on the point.
As soon as he saw Marquise Goodwin go to the Bears, game over. Mm-hmm. Game over.
True.
It's happening. The time has come. It's too little too late now. I feel like that relationship is done and broken. Just today, Watson came out. Deshaun Watson said that he will not be participating in OTAs, and he still wants to be traded. Yep. Boy, are you still talking? Take what you could get. Once the mind is made up, it's made up.
Yeah,
I think.
But he hasn't said anything.
No, because he doesn't have to, because he knows if he holds out, they're going to trade him.
Mm-hmm.
He has all the chips in his favor right now. Aaron Rodgers has everything.
I see the Packers being stubborn, and if he truly does hold out, I see them being stubborn and holding on to them.
Well, then he's got jeopardy. You said it yourself. He can do that for his career.
He's going to stay in Hawaii.
I don't think he wants to just quit football like that, though.
Oh, he's not. He's going to wait until the contract is what? 2 more years?
3 years.
3 years? Okay.
He's going to wait 3 years?
Hey, maybe. I mean, he's still going to be getting paid. The Packers are still going to pay him. So, yeah, he could wait out for 2 or 3 years.
Doesn't he get fined?
Depending on the organization, but he still has guaranteed money.
Mm-hmm.
No, he doesn't have guaranteed money anymore. That's one of his big problems with his contract. He has no guaranteed money on the last 3 years.
You're right.
Yeah.
But what does he have to lose? I mean, he has nothing else to prove, and he said it himself. If he's going to sit out, he's going to sit out. And Brett Favre even said, knowing Aaron Rodgers, he will sit out. That's what Brett Favre said.
Brett Favre doesn't know him that well.
Oh,
out of the other people who have spoken out, who are close friends that talk to him weekly, Brett Favre hasn't talked to him in a while. They talk on talk shows. That's it.
Okay. I got his call log right here.
Yeah.
325. He called yesterday.
Hey man, my mind, I might just be in denial. I don't see Rodgers playing in a different jersey than the Packers jersey. When all this broke, every single one of you guys said the same thing. So
I remember when I was like that. It was rough.
It happens. It happens. Business is business. At the end of the day, there's rarely any more players who want to stick with the team they got drafted with. It's a different time now. It is. People are chasing championships. People are chasing money. They're not chasing their heart.
Yep.
Can I get an F in the chat?
I wouldn't mind chasing that championship.
Of course you wouldn't. You're not making millions of dollars right now.
I don't know. To put a ring on my finger and go down in NFL history, I mean, I wouldn't mind chasing the championship. But who knows? People, like you said, players are different now. They're money hungry. They could care less if they win anything. They get paid to get paid.
That's right. Same reason with Julio Jones. Julio Jones said that he wants to be traded, and he does not want to be traded to the Dallas Cowboys because he wants to go to a team who's actually competing for a championship. His words, not mine. Don't fight me, guys. He just costs a lot.
Yeah.
Costs a lot.
That's so unnecessary. That's a big slap to the Cowboys.
Huge. Why call him out like that?
He did that on live TV too.
That's so salty. Why are you gonna disrespect the Cowboys? A team that's really, really good. They have a good quarterback that plays every single game with all his heart and all his might. Obviously, last year they had a tough season because he got injured. But why are you gonna disrespect America's team like that? The Cowboys, you can't be doing that, man. If you're gonna go out there and slap the Cowboys in the face, you need to take a look in the mirror and you need to understand where you're coming from because he had his opportunity to go win a Super Bowl too. The Falcons haven't been in a steady team anymore. I mean, look at yourself, man. I mean, you're making yourself look like an idiot out there. No one's not gonna want to sign you if you have a shitty attitude like that. Excuse my language.
Reed, you said it was on TV?
Yeah, it was live TV.
What did he say exactly?
I didn't watch the clip. So yeah, we might be fake news, but guess what, guys? What is this show called?
Not so pro, baby.
Not so pro. So we're gonna go with our headline, and we're not gonna worry about the facts.
That's my boy Reed.
If he did say that, then when he said the Cowboys are competing for a Super Bowl, that means he's saying Dak Prescott, trash. Ezekiel Elliott, trash. Amari Cooper, trash. That's what he said. Not my words. I think they're all decent players.
It kind of sounds like it's coming from you. Oh, hey, yikes! Honestly, if Julio Jones does have an opportunity to go to the Cowboys, I think that's going to be a pretty cool team.
Oh yeah, they're going to be crazy.
Guys, let us know in the comments down below what team should Julio Jones go to. But remember, he's very expensive. What are you going to say, Gabe? What are you going to say?
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you again. I'm so sorry, but I know the team. It's fine. I know the team he's going to go to.
What?
He's going to go to the Jags.
The Jaguars?
He's going to go to the Jaguars.
Reed, you pointing your hand?
Yes. So you said he's very expensive, but it was reported today that they wanted a first-round draft pick for him, and no one wanted to give that up. Now, I don't agree with that. If someone was asking the Packers for a first-round draft pick for Julio Jones, I'll take that deal in a heartbeat. And I'm a big Julio hater, honestly. But I think he's worth a first-round draft pick, but apparently no one wants to trade for that.
Julio Jones should go to L.A. or the Ravens. It'll be a perfect fit for him to be in the Ravens. But since I hate the Ravens, he should not go to the Ravens. And just that y'all viewers know, nothing's going to happen with Julio Jones and Aaron Rodgers until after June 1st. After June 1st, it's open season, baby. They're going to be gone. Bye-bye. And we're going to have some good news then. Good news.
It's right around the corner.
It is right around the corner.
About a week and a half, and it's open season for those two veterans right there.
Oh, yeah. Me personally, for my team, the Niners, I wouldn't want the Niners to proceed with Julio Jones. I wouldn't want them to give up that much for a guy who has two, 3 more years.
And he's super injury prone too. I mean, we saw it last year. Throughout his career, he's always been dealing with hamstring issues.
Oh yeah,
So
and you can't be complaining that you don't have anyone on the other side. I mean, you got Calvin Ridley. That guy's a stud. Just because he outshines you, don't mean you got to leave Antonio Brown. I mean, Julio Jones. What am I saying? Oh my gosh. Yeah, you said it right, Russ. Why would you want to trade a first rounder for an injury-prone old man? Exactly our points. You said it right.
I disagree with that.
Okay, explain it.
First rounders don't always pan out. Some of them are complete busts. If you look at some of the, I'm not gonna have time to find the tweets, but when the Falcons traded up to get Julio Jones in the first round pick, they gave up like a whole bunch of draft capital, like I think like 3 or 4 first round picks or something like that. I don't remember exactly. And all those they were traded to the Browns, and all 4 of those people, no names. If I read you those names, you would have no idea who they are. First rounders don't always pan out. I would trade a first rounder in a heartbeat for something that's guaranteed.
That's not guaranteed. He's injury prone.
But Reed,
go ahead.
The team, man, you just said it right now. When has that team been good except for recent years? You know that drafting of that team in that time frame is horrible, and it shows.
Exactly.
So I mean,
first rounders don't always pan out.
Well, yeah, especially for that team, but not every other team. Every other team has found gems in the first round, and had success with them. I'm just saying, man, the first rounder, I would take a first rounder.
I would take a first rounder too.
I'll take a Julio Jones over first rounder.
I see where Reed is coming from. If it's a different player, maybe, but not Julio Jones. Julio Jones is not worth a first rounder.
Not right now.
Right now, not right now. I see where Reed is coming from because that's what the Cowboys did for Amari Cooper. Instead of going to go get a rookie wide receiver or something, they traded a first rounder to get Amari Cooper, and it evened out. Amari Cooper played great that season or whatever, but Julio Jones is not worth a first rounder. So I see where Reed is coming from, where he could think like that, but I have to agree with if it's somebody else, perfect, but not Julio Jones.
If you're a team that's trying to win right now, you take what's guaranteed.
He's not guaranteed. He's not.
He still hasn't even recovered from that injury fully.
He's still a good player, though.
I will admit, look, he could be a good player. He might not be a good player. We haven't seen him. We haven't seen him in the past 2 years. Honestly, he definitely brings a threat on the field whenever he's out there, so people pay attention to him. But if he wants the best for him, he would stay with the Falcons. You have Calvin Ridley, you have a decent QB who can make his throws, and then you have a once-in-a-20-year tight end that you just drafted. That is a crazy offense. Work on your defense. Whatever capital you have left, work on your defense. Get whoever's available because that's the only thing that's stopping you. Come on. You could score up the wazoo, but you can't stop the other team. Their time is now.
Yeah, that's perfectly said. That's what they did. They need to go back and do what they did a couple of years ago when they went to the Super Bowl. You can't forget that this team made the Super Bowl a couple of years ago. Unfortunately, they blew a lead. It is what it is, but they need to go back and do what they did that year so they could be a contender again. Because after that year when they lost, they have not been a contender. It's one of those teams where it's just like 1 year a team out of nowhere makes the playoffs. And, it was fortunate that it was them. They need to go back, do some paperwork, and see what they did that year. That year they had an amazing running game with Freeman, their backup running back. They had a stellar corners. They had a really good defensive back out there. And if you say they didn't, they did. They picked off Tom Brady in the Super Bowl and took him for a touchdown. They had a great defense. they just didn't hold up the game.
Yeah.
Last thing I'll say, I just looked at the stats in the past years. Since 2014, other than last year because he got injured and he still got over 700 yards, the lowest amount of yards he gained in a season was 1,400. 1,400. That's the lowest since 2014. The
Well,
guy's still a stud.
He was the only receiver at that time. They only had Ridley for like what, 2 years?
Mm-hmm.
He was the only receiver at that time. Of course, they would throw to him.
Yeah, search up the other receivers they had.
It's gonna take me a while.
Oh, that's fine. That's fine.
And then, you guys, everyone talks about why he doesn't score touchdowns and stuff because he's always double, triple covered. He's double, triple covered all the time, and he's still putting up those yards.
You know,
crazy.
Honestly, if you're giving up a first rounder for that guy, you want him to be able to be doubled and be able to produce still.
Okay, I'm done. I'm a Julio hater. I'm done defending him. I can't believe I got this far.
It's so easy looking at stats. It's actually when you watch him play and what he does on the field. Stats show one thing, but when you actually watch film and watch the games, you see something totally different. Totally different. I had an argument with a coworker a while back, talking about Colin Kaepernick. Why'd you get rid of him? Because he wasn't good. He looked up all his stats. His stats look amazing. Look at him on the field. That guy was on the floor half the time without even getting hit. He threw so many interceptions. Come on. Stats say one thing. Watch the film. Watch the film. I don't know how old he is.
32.
32. There you have it.
Old in wide receiver years, but still plenty of time to put up some good numbers.
Maybe he'll join Aaron Rodgers with the Broncos.
Yeah. Numbers is one thing.
They're both going to get traded there, AJ?
They're both going to get traded there.
It could happen. It could happen.
Yeah. Trade away Drew Lock, Sutton, keep Jared Judy. You get Aaron Rodgers. You get.
I don't want Drew Lock.
Hey, man.
He's better than nothing.
Who would you rather have right now, Reed? Would you rather have Blaine Gabbert, your number one, your QB1 right now, Drew Lock, or Love, your wasted first round?
Aaron Rodgers is still on the roster.
He's in Hawaii. I think he's frozen. Technical difficulties. Noob Jun says Bills are winning it all. Dude, Bills are going to go far. They have a stud of a team. They needed to address one position, and that was running back just to get a little better. And they picked up Matt Breida, an absolute speedster. Yikes, man. That's going to be crazy. York Turtle says that he's on the bench. You're wrong, too. He's in Hawaii. Or would you rather have Tua on your side? Because I've compared, if you're in a Packers situation, would you rather have Tua, Drew Lock, Blaine Gabbert, or Jordan Love starting week 1?
I would say Tua.
Tua?
I would.
Gabe, what do you think?
With the comparison of the QBs you just listed, I would say Tua.
I don't think I'm not a Tua guy, but unfortunately, with that lineup, I would have to take him because he's the better quarterback of that bunch. But yeah, Tua. I'm not a Tua guy. I think he's good, but I just don't think he's there.
Reed?
I came in late, so I just heard Drew Lock and Tua, so I'll say Tua.
Really? Even not playing a full season and having that many interceptions?
I think he has. I'm sorry.
No, go ahead. You clearly have the floor right now. Go ahead.
I do have the floor. I have my internet back. I think that Tua has a higher ceiling than anybody else.
That's my line.
Okay, he has a higher
sky limit.
Roof.
Sky limit.
Hey.
Nice.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, yeah, he does have a higher ceiling, but starting week 1, you want Tua there over Drew Lock?
He has to reach his ceiling somehow.
Yeah, clearly that wasn't behind Fitzmagic. They did Fitzmagic so dirty, man. He should have stayed starting. He's going to do wonders over there in the Washington Sandcastles. He's going to do great. He's going to take them far. They're going to have a better record than the Dallas Cowboys. It's just going to be sweet. Looking forward to that.
So am I.
But they do need to still address that QB situation over there in Washington. I mean, they're not going to have Fitzpatrick forever. I mean, they signed him to like what, a 1-year deal?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Come on.
They signed him a 1-year deal, but they signed Heineke a multiple-year deal, and that guy played one game last season. I mean, the postseason. So, I mean,
I don't have faith in Heineke whatsoever.
oh, I'm not saying he's going to be a stellar. I'm just saying that whatever his face is, keeps getting done dirty. A team needs to put their faith in him, and just let him like do his thing.
Yeah. Let him do his thing. And speaking about Washington, speaking about Tua, Packers, and all that, Reed, the question is for you and I.
Yes.
Who is going to have a breakout offensive season this upcoming 2021 season?
This upcoming year, I thought about this for about 5 minutes. Then I came to my conclusion. That's going to be Baker Mayfield, man. I was not a big Baker Mayfield fan, but after this last year, I liked him a lot. I closed the tab on his stats. Let me pull it up. Okay, last year he had 26 touchdowns and 8 interceptions. 8 interceptions, and then with a 95.9 rating. Pretty good stats. Nothing superb, but I think he's going to break out this year. I think he's going to go to the upper echelon of quarterbacks, in my opinion. That's my bold prediction. I think he's going to have my bold prediction for his upcoming year. I think he's going to have 40 touchdowns and 8 interceptions. Single-digit interceptions.
Who's his quarterback again?
Baker Mayfield.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I agree with you.
I think he has the team, the offense around him that he can do it. It's just it's up to him to make the right decisions.
There you go. Perfectly said, Reed. I agree with Reed. I'm a Baker guy.
Okay. And let me explain why you guys are going to agree with me. Because what took Reed 5 minutes to think about it took me 5 days. This question was asked to me by Gabriel Munoz Jr. And oh my gosh, this was tearing me apart. I was like, okay, that's clear as day. Watch the football team. Wait, no. The Jacksonville Jaguars. They got Trevor Lawrence. They got they got Robinson. Etienne. No, it can't be the Jaguars. It has to be the Chargers. Of course, right? Because Herbert, let's see if he's going to break out. But they had a good year last year. So is it really a breakout offensive season? So I was in this room right here behind me. I was tearing it up. I was losing hair. I was making a mess. Who's going to have a breakout offensive season? And all along, it was right in front of my face. Who other than the San Francisco 49ers, man?
Get this guy out of here.
I pulled a read. Okay, I will admit, I did pull a read. I looked up the stats, right? And I was like, let me look at all the stats. Let me look at my roster. The Niners came in 13th when it came to the best offense of the league. 13th. That was with a broken team. That was without Jimmy G. That was without George Kittle, the best tight end in the league. That was without our first 3 running backs. That was without a center. In preseason last year, we lost 3 centers. That was all of our centers. We lost them all. We had a broken offense. We lost Tebow for multiple games. We had to rely on a rookie, Brandon Ayuk, who was amazing last year. Guys, if we came in 13th with a broken offensive roster, coming back this year, if we stay healthy, especially with Kyle Shanahan and what he does on the field, we're looking golden, man. We're looking golden. And now we don't have the excuse of having, we don't have a backup QB. If Jimmy G goes down, that's it. Jimmy G goes down, we got Trey Lance. If Trey Lance is a bust, we got the other bust, Josh Rosen. I still think that guy has a lot of potential. He got drafted into the worst offensive line of the league, and then he got traded to the next worst offensive line in the league. He actually has a chance now, and with Shanahan, he makes it so easy for these QBs. He can make any QB, almost any QB, look good. You put Drew Lock in there, he'll look like a stud. his offensive play calling will make these guys look great. We just need to stay healthy. So, yes, I think the 49ers are going to have a breakout offensive season. Clip this because you guys already know whatever comes out of my mouth, bet on it. You guys are going to become multimillionaires.
I got a question for you.
Can I say one thing?
Yeah, go for it.
I want him to give a bold prediction. What are they going to end up offensively? They were 13th. What are they going to be this next year?
This next year, I see them being 8 or 9.
Okay, that's not much of a breakout. Okay,
but you see, okay, you said Baker Mayfield. Look at what he has offensively. He has pure studs. They had a great offense last year. We're talking about a breakout, a team that did not have a good offensive season last year. You named a team that had a good offense. Easy for you.
But I said something crazy as 40 touchdowns.
Whoa, that's crazy.
For someone whose highest was 26, yes.
Whoa, I have OBJ. I have Jarvis Landry. I got Chubb. I mean, it's.
He said you're not bold enough. He said you're not bold enough.
You're not bold enough. Every game.
I don't think AJ is bold enough.
That's what I'm saying. That's what Reed just said to you.
Oh, yeah.
The Niners are going to go 12-15 this season. They're going to go 12-15.
12-15, dang.
Yeah. What? Why are you so confused? There's 17 games. Or did you forget that too?
So how are they going to go 12-15?
They're going to win 12 games. 12-5. That's what you got me. See, I'm so hyped up right now. I'm so hyped up right now. I'm so riled up that I'm lost in the sauce. I'm lost in the sauce. So we're going to go 12-5. They're going to win 12 games, lose 5 games, and they're going to have one of the best top 10 offense in the league.
Okay.
Yeah. You're going to say I'm wrong, but just like in 2019, I'm going to be right. If we stay healthy, it's there.
If we stay healthy.
If you have Aaron Rodgers, which Aaron Rodgers is not going to be there.
True.
You're going to be the bottom 10 offensive.
We've never seen Matt LaFleur without Aaron Rodgers, so we'll see.
We only seen Matt LaFleur for one season? He didn't even coach. Aaron Rodgers coached.
Yeah. Yes. That's how Mike McCarthy got fired.
Thank you. Next. Who's next? Come at me. Reed, I'm 3-0 now.
I'm gonna start my own podcast, man.
Go for it. What are you gonna do? The Aaron Rodgers podcast?
I'm just been 1v3 the whole podcast.
Rodgers O-N-I.
What do y'all think? Vincent Gabe, give me y'all's feedback.
The question I was gonna ask was the record 12-5. That's really good. I see what Reed is saying. We're like, oh, that's not bold enough, but you have to remember 5. He said they're 13th last year. Now they're going to be in the top 8. That's 5 steps. It's not easy to be in the top 10.
It's not.
General.
Yeah.
So that's where I agree with you. I agree with Reed too with Baker Mayfield. I know it's hard to say he's going to have a breakout season when he has so many weapons and like all these good players and stuff. But I still think he's going to do great. I love the 14-8. Like only really, really, really badass and good QBs can do that. And Reed is saying that he's a good QB and he's elite. So that's a bold statement. That's why I like Reed's as well. So I agree with both of y'all.
I will add in that I think a player that's going to be an offensive stud this upcoming year is going to be Jalen Hurts. I think he's going to take that QB spot, in my opinion, and I think he's going to run away with it.
Okay.
All right.
Awesome.
Who's his competition?
Right now, they didn't really have anybody for him.
The coach is competition.
The coach is competition?
Yeah.
Rock, paper, scissors? Crazy Eye? No, that's not Crazy Eyes.
No, that's Gase.
Yeah, that's not him.
I remember this Baker 40-8.
Yeah.
See, he's a good QB. I do believe. I don't think he's elite. He's not there.
He's going into his 4th season. This is when quarterbacks should step into that elite status if they're going to be elite.
I don't know. I think there's still going to be a run team. So I think he will do good. I don't doubt it, but I don't think he's going to go 40-8.
Well, we're getting both predictions here on the chat, guys. So, as what AJ was saying, I asked him this crazy question. He was tripping in his room. He was biased about his pick. But
whoa, I don't want to say I was biased.
It was just a joke. It was just a joke.
It better be a joke.
So I had the decision to ask Vincent and give me as well. Vincent is going to have the defensive player that he thinks is going to be amazing this year, and I have the defensive team. I think I'm excited to hear Vincent's defensive player decision.
So I was going to go with like someone from the Washington football team, but they're already extraordinary, whoever you pick on that defensive line. So I went ahead and went with someone just like AJ did.
I knew it.
I knew this was coming.
Hey, man, sometimes you just got to go with your team, you know? So right now, we're having trouble at the linebacker position because KJ Wright has not signed with us, or we haven't signed him other than that, if you want to say it like that. So I think the rookie that we drafted last year, Jordan Brooks, our linebacker, is going to step in with Bobby Wagner, and they're going to be a duo, and they're going to wreak havoc on the run game and the short pass game. And I think, well, Bobby Wagner, for the past, I can't even count how many seasons, he's had over 120 tackles in each season. So he's been our leading tackler forever and ever and ever. And I think that Jordan Brooks, last year, right now, he had a total combined of 57 tackles as a backup. So he didn't even play the entire game. He played 14 games in the season. He played maybe about half the reps of any other linebacker that gets 100-plus tackles. And he got 57. I think he's going to come in. He's going to take that starting role because I don't think we're going to sign KJ Wright, sadly. And he's going to come in. He's going to be about 95 tackles, along with Bobby Wagner having over 125 tackles in the season. So they might be a duo that gets 100-plus tackles in the backfield as the linebackers on the same team. So I think Jordan Brooks is the player to watch out for as a defensive player who's going to make a big stride. Go ahead, challenge it. Throw it.
Ooh.
Whoa.
Go ahead.
Hard, too.
Woo! I just don't think it's going to happen.
So you threw a challenge.
Yeah, because you said that you feel like that's going to happen. I just don't think it's going to happen.
Okay.
That's all I'm going to say.
Short and sweet, I guess.
Yeah, we're short and sweet, like me.
Well, I guess thank you for that comment. I guess I disagree with you. So I'm going to throw my challenge flag because I disagree with you.
Flags everywhere.
But no, yeah. I thank you, Gabe, for giving me that question because it made me think around the league. And there's already been a lot of players that have made their name in the NFL. And I think that Jordan Brooks' time is ready. So.
Awesome. That's good. Honestly, I don't mean to bash on your team. I've never heard of that guy, but I can see where you're coming. I mean, you're a fan of the team. You love this player. You want him to do great. So that's a good pick in my eyes because you're admiring a player and a talent that you think is going to be great. So with that being said, the defensive team that I picked, it was hard. I wanted to be like Reed and AJ. I wanted to say the Patriots. They signed these guys. Bill Belichick is a defensive mastermind. The Patriots lost 9 games last season, which is the first season they had a losing season in over 20 years. So it was rough, but the Patriots, they're not leveled out right now. Too many big heads. They're not leveled out right now. So I was thinking, and what better team that I was thinking about that needs a good defensive push is going to be the Chiefs. Coming off coming off a embarrassing Super Bowl blowout, coming off a struggling defensive season. Throw it. So I can explain myself right now. Throw it, go for it. Okay, why don't you think the Chiefs need to have a defensive great season?
The Chiefs didn't get blown out because of their defense. They got blown out because of their offensive line. The defense could have done better, but that's not the reason why they lost.
Oh, I understand that, but the defense could have stepped up and could have stopped Tom Brady from scoring two touchdowns. You know, the defense. I understand that the offensive line was non-existent for the Chiefs, but the defense wasn't as well. Defense wins championships at the end of the day. You keep Tom Brady on his level. You keep that team leveled out. The score could have been easily 9-3. You know. So the reason why I say this is because last year the Chiefs had a terrible defensive season, their first terrible defensive season in a while. Their last 8 games were decided by either 4 points or lower. And you're talking about a Mahomes, Kelsey, a great offensive team. How the heck are the Raiders scored 31 points on the Chiefs? How the heck are the Panthers last year? Another team scored 31 points on them. How the heck are the Broncos scoring 16 points on them? You know, these teams, the Chiefs obviously need a defensive season next season to get back to the Super Bowl if they want to win it too. I understand offensive juggernaut, score points, put points on the board, but you got to stop the other team. And they couldn't stop Tom Brady, and they couldn't stop these teams last season from scoring points on them when they had backup QBs like the Panthers, you know? That's why I'm saying the Chiefs. I hate to say it, but, you know, defensive does win championships. Obviously, you saw it last year. Buccaneers defense went out there, tore them up, gave advantage to Tom Brady, go out there and win the game, throw some touchdowns and everything. But they do need to step up the defensive. So that's why I think they're going to push for defense this year. They're going to let Mahomes do his thing. They're going to, okay, we can count on Mahomes. He's going to do his thing, but we need to focus on the defense, and we need to beef up our defense. And not only that, we need to be consistent. We can't let these teams that have a negative winning season scoring 31 points on us, 30 points, making close games close when they shouldn't be. That's why I chose the Chiefs.
Okay, Gabe. You convinced me a little bit. So I went ahead and searched up the defensive rankings from last year. And Kansas City is ranked 11th. And I know we just had a little thing with Reed saying statistics are subjective and you have to watch the tape. So you made some great points saying that they couldn't stop Tom Brady, but not a lot of people have been able to stop Tom Brady in the past 20 years. So, I mean, I think it was just a great effort by the Buccaneers and Tom Brady with the freaking crazy team they had. And it was a great effort by the Buccaneers defense because that defense is obviously the top tier defense in the league, other than the Washington football team and some others that I wouldn't want to say right now. But yeah, I mean, so how do they improve? I mean, I know you said they beef up, but they have a very stout defensive line right now.
They do. They have a defensive line, but they did sign Jaron Reed, who had 19 sacks in the last 3 seasons. And they also signed Taco Charlton, which was a first rounder for the Cowboys a couple of years ago. He's been on a few teams. He hasn't really been playing like to the standard that he should be. But this guy is always hungry. He's always trying to get better. And they also re-signed Daniel Sorensen, obviously to help back Mateo back there. If I was them, I would have obviously signed a lot more defensive.
Did they sign Mateo?
Yes. Oh, no. They signed Sorensen to help Mateo.
But did they sign Mateo back?
Yes, I believe so. If I'm not mistaken. Yeah. Why would he leave? Plus, Mateo
His
has
contract was up.
a huge chip on his shoulder. I mean, he got exposed last year in the Super Bowl. So I think this year he's going to try to make a big leap for himself. But I see the Chiefs putting all their effort and all their coaching ability, everything into trying to make the defense better.
Chargers are going to take them. Doesn't matter.
So no.
Oh my gosh.
I feel like he just comes in and says that and then leaves.
Chargers are taking out the Chiefs. That's a good bold prediction right there. I think it's going to happen.
In the playoffs?
That's what I kind of said a couple podcasts ago.
You did.
Chargers were going to go deep in the playoffs, and they could even knock off the Kansas City Chiefs in doing that. So I kind of agree with AJ, but for a defensive team, I don't know. But yeah, if anything, a defensive team that I would have probably picked would have probably been like maybe, let's see, the Buffalo Bills. I mean, I don't know. I guess it's hard to choose, but maybe even the Broncos. Who knows?
The Broncos. That's what I was waiting for.
Because
remember, we're talking. Oh, go ahead.
Because of the people they just got in the draft, and then the people that they're about to sign. I mean, they have so much room to sign anybody right now.
Yeah, Von Miller is coming back, guys. Von Miller is coming back. He's that guy is tough. My gosh, we're talking about breakout defense. Not last year. All the good defense. Who cares? They're good. They're not going to have a breakout season. We're talking about teams that did not have a good defensive season last year. And that was the Broncos. They lost a lot of players. They're coming back. They drafted well. They drafted defensively. They're going to be a force to be reckoned with. I have to say it. I say it every podcast. Force to be reckoned with.
We'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see how both defenses do. It's going to be an exciting season for both teams.
For sure.
For a lot of teams, especially the Broncos. I'm really looking forward to see what they got. They just got to fix that QB position. We're going to see what happens after June 1st. But yeah.
It's this weekend.
It is this weekend. It is. Oh my gosh.
Yes.
I work too much.
Yeah, we do.
Oh my gosh. What a fun show. That was a lot.
Sir.
That was a lot of fun. We got to do that again. I love arguing with y'all. I'm 3-0. That's all I got to say. Don't look at me like that, Reed. I'm 3-0.
You self-proclaimed yourself as 3-0.
No one objected.
It's because you're the host and you just throw us off the screen.
What'd you say? I didn't hear what you said.
I set you up for that.
Yeah, you did. I got it. Hey, guys, thank you all so much for joining us live here on NSP Football Talk. We are on Facebook, Twitch, YouTube. Catch us on Spotify, SoundCloud. Guys, I'm your host, AJ Alvarado. This is the crew. And until next time, you guys.